All right, so I was off yesterday. It rained really heavily over the weekend. It looks to me like the pool was off because it's looking kind of yellowish green. Been fighting algae all year. I was gonna do a vacuum to waste today, but the pool is not working. I just came out here. I came out here at like 7:45 and the timer looked like it was about to go on. Then I went shopping, I came back, it's 10:30 now, and not working. All right, so here's the timer. There's an outdoor, we got an outdoor breaker box. I believe that this right here, it was tripped when I put it back. It's not even popping when I push this. I would think that should reset it. But anyway, the waterfall pump works. So I know that this box is getting power. So what I'm gonna have to do is shut the main power off. Actually, first I'm gonna get take this off. I'm gonna check to see if this thing's getting power first. Over here. This should be, the pump is 240. So I'm gonna check to see if there's 240 into here and out of here. If there isn't, it's the breaker. If there is, it's the pump. And there's a capacitor in the pump. I hope it's not the pump. So we'll see. Let's go get some tools. Let's see. Trying to electrocute myself here. Actually, I don't want to do that. There we go. Of course, you can't see. Whoever, is anybody even watching this? All right, let me see. Damn, this is crazy. All right, let's pull this off first. You gotta be careful with this thing because it's exposed. The live wires are in here. All right, so these wires are coming out. You got, I guess, a black and white, so let's test these over here. Man, it's hard to see this and do it at the same time. All right, let's go across. It's getting voltage. All right, so it is getting 240 volts. There's 240 coming in, so it's not the circuit breaker. All right, so it's those two. Those two leads are the 240. So now we gotta check at the pump. Damn, last thing I feel like doing is taking the pump apart. All right, so it's between the two whites, but I don't really have a choice. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm taking the back cover off of this thing. And of course, here we go. All right. Gotta freaking lie on the floor and see what the hell's going on here. I can test, I'll tell you what, let me test these two. That's the best thing for me to do. Multimeter, 1, 2. I'll go turn the breaker on and we'll see. Hang on, let me get this in there. All right, let's see. All right, still reading 0 volts. I'll turn this back on. All right, let's put the breaker on. All right, it's getting 0 volts, so let's turn on the timer now. 241. All right, look. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see anything. All right, 241. So there's voltage coming out here, so it's either the capacitor or it's that wire wasn't connected. So let's turn this off. Now I know this is on. I'm just going to turn the breaker off. No reason for me to. Let's make sure it's 0. All right, 0 volts. All right. I got 2,000 tools that could take this off without me unscrewing it. Just like a driver. I'm using my freaking hand. All right, well, I'm gonna drop this screw also. Let me see if I can grab that. All right, little Phillips screw. Now these things can retain a charge, so I gotta be careful. See what this says over here. It says 25 microfarads. Let's see how it's connected. All right. You got 2. Actually, I don't think it makes a difference. Both oranges go on one side, the red goes on the other side. I'm gonna just short this out in case it's got a charge. Let's go across the leads here. All right. 2 oranges on one side, 1 red on the other side. Let's see if the camera's even picking that up. I don't know, I can't see. Oh yeah, I got it, it's doing it. All right, so let's pull these off, we'll test it. 2 oranges on one side. Orange. Orange. Red goes on the other side. All right. So it's hard to read, but it says 25, I think it says. Hard to read. 25 microfarads, plus or minus. I can't even read it. All right, well, let's test it. God damn. It doesn't look distended or anything. All right. I don't know if you can see. Oh, 24.8. It's freaking fine. Damn it. All right. Not that. It's a freaking motor. How is that possible? All right, let's see if that holds. Because I can't imagine the motor's dead. I really can't. I don't want to believe it. There we go. All right, this one came out again. Let me squeeze this one. All right. All right, let's turn the brake on again, see. Damn. The freaking motor is dead. The motor is dead. Let's see here. $240. Yep, it's getting $240. Damn. $242. All right. The motor's dead. All right. So now we go inside and we try to order one of these. So let's get rid of the copper grounding first. Is the copper ground. I'll put that in a new motor. I think I'm going to take these 4 bolts out. Okay, so let's get these bolts out. 1 in each corner. 2, 3, 4. This should separate. A little bit of water. Never hurt anybody. There we go. Okay. Now, not a lot of room to work. I'm going to try to pull through this way. Of course, it's caught. There we go. Okay, so just for the heck of it, here's the motor. So I pulled this off. I'm going to cap these off. And unscrewed this. And the motor's over here. Does not work. Capacitor's fine. It doesn't really ohm out properly, but it does matter. It's not working. It worked for a split second. That's it. All right, So now it is Friday. The last video you saw was Tuesday. I ordered a new motor, and there it is. Rather than spending $2,000 on a variable speed, I'm here in New York. Honestly, here's the old motor. As far as I'm concerned, we use the pool 2-3 months a year. I'll never make my money back on a variable speed motor. So here's the old one. I still have to remove the impeller and all the housing and all that stuff over here. Here's the new motor. Once I get the housing and impeller, I'll compare them. I apologize if I'm speaking loudly or if it sounds like my throat is here. I have the microphone right next to me. All right, so let's do this. There was nowhere for me to put it, so I literally put it on my shirt, like right up by my neck. So like I said, I apologize in advance. All right, so now we're Friday, 3 days later, okay? Let me get a little light. This motor just came. Hopefully this is not going to kill the white balance, but, all right. So in order to take the impeller off, there's you hold on to a little, I don't know if you can see. There's a little thing you can grip to take the impeller off. I probably should save this capacitor also. Now let's see if we can get in here. Too big. All right, that should hold it right there. I do have a thin one someplace, but let's see if this works. All right, so we got that. All right, so let's see if we can get the impeller off. I'm kind of sitting on it. I could put like something in here to give me leverage. I don't want to break this though. Let's see if I can. Okay. Here we go. All right. So now we got, oops. All right, the whole thing just came off. So not too hard. So it goes, this is in here. This little piece of rubber is in there. And then you got the 4 bolts. So bottom is a weep hole. Then was this. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Leave everything exactly like we found it. Let's see. All right. So we're going to take off. We're going to do 1, 2, little piece of thing, and those 4. Sand in there too. So let's get these 4 bolts off. 1, 2, crack this loose, 3, 4. One, 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay. So now, hopefully you can see. Pull this off. Okay. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. The motor's kind of rotten. So let's get the motor out of the way. Take a little bit of maybe sandpaper. Not going crazy here. Okay. Good enough. All right, let's do the next one here. This one goes, that way it goes in. So let's just take this and clean it off. Oh, there's a rubber gasket, that's why. Here's a gasket right here. So let's just give this a little spin. Okay, good enough. Make sure that it's stuck in there. Okay, I don't think I have another one of those rubber washers, unfortunately. Let's see what I got here. Oh, you know what? The washer was in here. So yes, I do have another one. It's right in there. Okay, so here's new part. This is going to go face down, like so. Actually, shit. Okay, it's going to go down like this, I guess. All right, so maybe I should take a little bit of, I hate to use this magic lube, because I don't think it could hurt. Don't do this, all right? Don't do this unless you read that you're supposed to, because I don't know what I'm doing. We'll push this down. I'm going to take this out. Hit this with a hammer, maybe. There it is. Put this in there. And I might as well take a little bit more magic lube. Couldn't hurt for an O-ring. Make sure it's clean. It is. I gotta get the motor. So the motor's right here, it's in this box. So let's get the new motor. Make sure it's the same as the old motor. Here's the new one. We're gonna compare it to the old one. It says Century B230 SE, B230 SE. All right, it's the same motor. 2 horsepowers, CX, code CX. Come on. Type CX frame, Y56J. Y56J. All right, it's the same thing. All right. So this is going to be the top, because here's where this screws in. So first I'm going to screw in okay. Now here's going to be the top of the motor. The way I can tell is because it has on it the place where you put the bonded thing. All right, so let's unscrew this. Now, stupidly, I bought a new one of these rubber thing, but I didn't need it apparently. All right, so here's the parts we got. So here's that Hayward part for the motor. Yep, it's exactly the same, but maybe I'll put the Hayward part on instead of the motor part. It's a little bit thicker rubber. Okay, that's what this came on the motor. That's the first part. I got this also, which is the part for the end. I'll show you. All right, so let's do this. We'll do the top first. It says top right here. It's going to go on like so. This is plastic, so I'm going to do this by hand. Maybe I'll do a little bit by... All right, this is on one. Okay, now let's use this. Not over tightening it. This is plastic. I'm just tightening it a little bit. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so that's the first part. Second part, I guess, is this. Third part. All right, I gotta take the back off and hold this while I tighten it. And then the fourth piece, oh, damn it, wasn't pointing the right way. All right, so all I did was I screwed this on, I put this on, and I screwed that on, okay? What I'm gonna do is take the back off of this. Back off. This is how you adjust it for 110 or 120 or 240 volts. So, plus I want to hold it as I screw the impeller on a little bit better than I have. All right. Okay. See if we get this off here. Okay. All right. Capacitor, motor, Can you see how it's either 220, 230, or 115? It's set for 230 out of the factory. All right. This thing pulls off. If you want it 110, it goes on 2 of these leads. If you want it 230, it just goes on the right-hand one. All right. So I'm just going to quickly hold that back part if I can get a wrench in there. Like so. Okay. All right, I'll show you again how I did this. So this just screwed right on there. This doesn't have a thing that says top or bottom. Oh, yes, it does. Right there's the top. Okay. So I don't know if I had that on right, but what I'm going to do, here's the top of the thing. The word says top is right here. So we're just going to put that in. That's the top with the top. I'm going to screw this in clockwise, regular screwing it in. And I'm going to hold the back. I'm just going to screw this in hand tight. Done. That's enough. Okay? Okay. Next thing that I did was I made sure that it's set right there for 230, which it is. I'm going to unscrew. Here's where the ground is going to go. Last part, front of the impeller right here, has a rubber gasket. And it also says up or down. So I bought a new rubber gasket right here. It is part number, or diffuser gasket it says. And I don't see a part number. SPX 1600R as in Robert. Okay, so get rid of this string. Top. It's going to go in like this, right like that. Okay. Right there. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of magic lube on here. I have one more part, one more gasket I bought. Okay, that's this. I wish it's locked in. For some reason I thought it used to. Anyway, doesn't matter. What we're going to do now is I'm going to go outside. I'll put a new battery in the camera. And we'll do the electric part. Okay, here I am outside. All I'm going to do first is take this gasket off. Let's see. Fucking thing. The gasket right there. Right here. All right. Put a little magic lube on it and put it in that channel. Okay. Put that in there. All right. Get in there. All right, that's all the way in. I wish I had a way of not getting any water on it, any dirt on it, but whatever, it's as good as I can do. Get rid of this. Okay. Get my camera. Now, and make sure that the breaker is off so I don't kill myself. All right, breaker is off. I will test. All I'm going to do now, take these, see if I can cut off a little bit of wire here. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is take this front off, because this comes right off, and I don't want this to fall on the ground to get dirt all over it. Second thing we're going to do, we're going to feed the wire. Come on, man. We're going to feed the wire through here. Now let's do this. Let's pull it all the way through. Let's attach this. So we take the tension off of this. Okay. All right. Now let's pull these out as far as I can, because I think they're stuck in there. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, now let's get a screwdriver. I would love to put them underneath. Let's tighten this a little bit. Okay. Let's see if this goes on. That's not going anywhere. Okay. Let's put the back on it. Now, because there's no room in here, I have to muscle it underneath. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna try to get it under there, under here, and push it in. Let's do this. Put it like this. Slide around here. Tiptoe. Like this. Like this. Now I'm going to put that front piece on it. It goes like this. Okay. Diffuser. Top. Where does it say top? There's top right there. Right there. like this. All right, that's it. It's in. Now, let's get these bolts. All right, see that? Not fine, not lined up right. There we go. All right, there's one. All right, I gotta do this by hand. I left it very loose, so I could do this pretty much by hand. Okay, that's good. This one I'm sure is extremely loose. Yep. Okay. It's plastic, so I'm not going to go crazy on this. Okay. I could always tighten it more if it's leaking. Okay. Okay. Last thing. Last thing, I gotta bond this to the rest of these things. Hopefully when I put it on, it works. There's the bonding wire. Come on. Good. This is bonded to everything. This is the heater, the pump, the electrical, all the electrical. The waterfall pump. Okay. So now, that should be it. Hopefully, oh, okay. Let's do this. What I should do, pour some water in here. Okay. Since I have this off, I'm going to put some lube over here. Again, Magic Lube by Aladdin. Okay. Let's put the lid back on. And I'm going to really hope that this works, or else we have no more pool. What I should do is pour some water into here, but I'm not going to. All right. What's the chances of me turning on the breaker that it works? Please work. I don't know why it wouldn't. Ready? Yay. All right. So it was the pump. Let's see if it can suck up some of the I should just pour water in here. Let's see if it sucks the water in. All right, so let me just fill this up. Okay, I think I turned the water on. Okay. All right, let's turn the pump on and see what happens. Working, let's get some air out of here. All right, good, so it's working. It's working. Now I have to vacuum all this crap to waste. There we go, done. All right. All right, that's enough. That's enough. All right, pump. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. So it was the pump. I think it cost about $400 for that single stage pump. Yeah, high threes, 400 with tax. All right. It's nice, like I said, 10 years, it's worth it for me. All right. Okay, so we're 3 days later now. The pump is working fine. Pool is all cleared up. I pumped, what had happened was it rained really hard right before the pump died. So the pool was probably about 2 or 3 inches higher than it is now, which is no good. You don't get good skimming when it's too high. So instead of opening up the backflow and feeding it out that way, I vacuumed the pool with that vacuum I made and just pumped it out to waste. And that made it look much better to begin with. And then I threw some chlorine in, I let it run 24 hours straight, and then I put it back on the timer. And here we are, it's the end of August in New York. Probably got another month to use the pool. And that's it. I spent all day, 24 hours running it and heating it up because it took a while to heat up. And that's it. Thanks for watching. We're back in action.